Hi guys, today is January 27th and it's in the early afternoon actually, and I just got through setting up a shipment. My car is going to be picked up sometime this week, within the next day or two, and then it should be here by Friday or Saturday. Trip. Now, when they were looking up places to ship your vehicles and stuff, there were some real expensive ones. But see, my brother used to buy and sell a lot of cars and stuff. Well, it seemed like a lot to me, okay? He loves cars. But anyway, he would ship them all over the place. And also, he used to have his own semi, so he knows that type of stuff. And I'm so excited. So we'll see. If these guys do a really good job, then, I'll give them an endorsement, because they gave me a really good price and they let me put in my stuff. In other words, you have a limit of like 150 pounds. And with my situation, I left all my stuff at my sister's, but I'd gone through most of it. So it wasn't, even though there was stuff, there wasn't a lot. And I thought it would fit in my car, and it did. Nancy and Philip loaded up my car with my stuff. I'm not sure if there's anything left behind, because there were some things I was questioning. I didn't know if I wanted to donate or not. I had a nice long red coat. Reminded me of my mother's coats. In fact, I think she gave me one that was royal blue, but I don't know where the heck that is. It probably got lost in my storage units. After paying 10 years on storage units, I let them go. And there was a lot of nice things in there. So I thought there was. One man's treasure is another one's junk, and vice versa. One man's junk is another man's treasure. I'm still not well, but I'm a lot better than I was. And I feel like if I go get me some Dayquil and some NyQuil, I'll be doing a lot better. Because I haven't really been taking medicine. Suffer from my headache. And it comes and goes. So, I'm going to take some ivermectin. And I thought I'd just go ahead and share that with you. I know I've shared it before. And see, I started a video and stopped it, so I'm not quite sure what I said. But I'm going to put you down over here and hope you can hear me. Excuse me. Move this back. I am going to make it a goal to get out my tripod and learn how to use it. I'll have to learn how to use it too. Okay, so here we go. Can you see it? There's the horse. It shows it's supposed to taste like apple, but they're delusional. Maybe the horse might taste it, because they're going to put this whole syringe. I'm going to show you the syringe. It's for medicine. This whole thing is full of medicine. Wormer. It's going to kill worms. So, is that something you should really call medicine? I don't know. But it's going to get rid of some worms. And this whole thing would go into a horse's mouth, so then he would taste some apple. I haven't tasted the apple. I've just tasted bitter. Okay, but the horse can't really tell us what he tastes, can he? I'd like to get my hair to where it's not looking so stringy. Tuck it in there. Okay, so I'm going to take this cap off the top. Maybe. Okay, I felt it move. Maybe I should take it off first. Okay, there it is. Okay, so, I don't know if you can see it, but inside there's a yellow cream. And then down here is a thing that screws. Okay, so you can put it to where your dose is and screw it in place. And my dose is going to be less than that. I just like to take a bunch. Alright, so I've got it screwed into place. It shouldn't go up any further. But you know what? The medicine's down there, it looks like. Of course, I don't have my glasses on. Let me see what happens. Okay, that's as far up as it's going. I think we need more. Let's see if that works. I don't think that's enough. I'll do that. Alright, so there's this gel stuff on my finger. And the first time, when you push it out the first time, it's already shrunk down in a ways. So, you have to get it up to the top and then do your dose. So I'm not sure if this has as much as I want it to have, but this will do for now. Then I'll take some more tomorrow. So I'm going to put this on my tongue, and then I'm going to put a cracker in there and get it out of there. I might not totally show you that because my mouth looks terrible when I be chewing. All right, people. Mm. So maybe I'll wear my bracelet. It's a tiger's eye. I'm not sure if I like it. It might be if I had a few of them, I'd like it better. Sometimes one is good enough, but sometimes it's too tight, or you find yourself leaning on it and then it puts dents in your hand, your arm. Well, it was tempting to have more of those crackers, but I know what I look like when I do. People are so weird. I don't understand. Partly I do. Guess I shouldn't use the word weird. But it just caught me off guard. I mean, I don't understand why people do things that they do. There's no reason. So they could be one of the adversaries, little angels, attacking. All right, so I need to write that. I need a calendar and then you start writing things on it. I need a big calendar like a secretary has. In the old days, you know, they had a, oh, I'm looking good. They had a big old calendar that you put on the desk. And so you wrote on it, and you had like big old spaces where you could write all different kinds of things on there. And I need one. I don't know where you can get one. Office supply. Yeah, you go to an office supply place. Yes, I'm round. I'm round here and there and everywhere. And I do think one of my medicines is probably doing that to me. And it's probably maybe those stupid things they're doing to me at, I shouldn't call them stupid. Okay, the cancer treatments. There's a cancer treatment which is a hormone blocker. So I'm taking a pill that's a hormone blocker. It is little, but I guess little pills can pack a powerful punch. I remember some other things that were little that did. Anyway, medications. What are they? And what are they doing to you? And really, I did have one of the people who hooked me up. You know, they hook you up to a Orvostat or something like that. I don't know how to say it right. That's the one that I think that's the one that's building up my bones. We have to look into that. Anyway, one of the things that I'm doing, and I thought it was the injections. She told me I ought not to. She said, you really ought to investigate that. And she pulled out the instructions out of the box. And see, I'm noticing that my face just seems a little plumper. I don't like that. And it's not because of eating. People got that all wrong. You know, oh, she eats too much. Or he, whatever the case may be. Sometimes they're not eating enough. Could be part of the reason. But there's all kinds of reasons for gaining weight. But I don't like it being my treatments. No, but I do. I feel like I'm poopy. I've expanded. I know I've expanded down here. And that's just been in the last while, probably the last year since I've been taking all this stuff. I go in every 4 weeks. Every 28 days I go in and I get hooked up to an IV. I still have a small part of a bruise. I don't know that you can see it. It's not worth worrying about. It's pink and purple and yellow. Nevertheless, I just don't want to be taking something that's going to change my appearance, for heaven's sakes. You know? Got enough bad stuff going on. You don't need to blow up like an elephant or something. So, I was told, depending on how things go, you know, I'll be having some more PET scans and stuff, that I might can get off one of the medicines, but I have a feeling it's the hormone, not the hormone blocker, but the IV. The IV is a solution, which I don't know what's in it. I mean, they tell you what's in it, but we don't know what that is. But anyway, so I get hooked up to an IV. Ouch. I've been leaning on my arm too much, I think. But it's for reinforcing my bones, helping my bones as they heal. And the hormone blocker is to starve the cancer from what it wants, because it wants the hormone. So if it can starve the cancer dies. Okay? And at the moment, well, actually at the moment I don't know, since I've had too much sugar in my system. But the last PET scan I had did say no cancer activity. Okay, that's a really good thing. And then there is cancer. See, I don't understand everything, but there was cancer between my lungs. Okay, down in here and in between my lungs, like towards in the heart cavity. So last I heard, I didn't quite understand that. It sounded like the cancer was still there. So I asked her about it, and she said she looked, and there's a little something. There's a little cancer there, okay, but not big, and there's no activity. So it's smaller than it was, is the way I understand it, and there's no cancer activity. But that doesn't mean it won't come back, I guess. But the point is, too, the cancer's in the bones. And when the one nurse or doctor was telling me, I can melt that cancer away. But then your bones will collapse on each other. I mean, they'll collapse on themselves because of the holes left from where the cancer was. Because I'm not quite understanding that right now anyway. Because, like, if the one guy was right and it's a fungus, you know, he melted it. He located where the cancer was and he treated it with baking soda. And I don't know how he did that. There might have been a solution that had baking soda in it, you know, just like they give you the chemo and stuff. And but he localized where it was. It went right for it, not just through the whole bloodstream. But I would be doing the bloodstream too if you could. I don't know what baking soda would do for the whole bloodstream, you know. Does some wonderful things, and I have to figure those out. So anyway, what I was trying to say is if cancer is a fungus, you know, he was saying that baking soda will get rid of it. So my naturopath was telling me to take a half a teaspoon a day in the morning, or, you know, half a teaspoon in the morning and half a teaspoon at night. However, she said that a lot of people can't tolerate that, so she wanted me to start at a quarter teaspoon in the morning and a quarter teaspoon at night. And then you could probably, if you didn't have any problems, you could try the half. But she's saying that baking soda melts cancer. And she's not saying it. She's repeating what somebody else said, okay? It was a seminar she went to. Being a doctor, an oncologist, and a naturopath, I don't know which one called her to that. Probably just her wanting to know. And that's what she was told. There was a guy on stage teaching a room full of doctors, okay? So she said it was a small study because people don't put a whole lot of money into something that's not going to make a lot of money. You know, and you can get baking soda pretty cheap. But I haven't been doing that. I've only done it a little bit. And then another thing about baking soda is, realize I'm not an expert. I'm just repeating stuff. But the baking soda, what was I going to say about that? Oh, it neutralizes your system. You know, if you're trying to get a pH balanced system, baking soda will help do that. If you have heartburn really bad, they say baking soda will help with that. I'm not sure about vinegar, but vinegar might also. But I'd come near believing the baking soda, especially it neutralizes your system. So cancer cannot live in an alkaline system, is what they say. And then it can live, you know, in an acid. They like an acid system. I'm leaning all over weird. Gotta quit that. I just wanted to get on here and take the ivermectin. I need to make a document of it. And it's going to be weird. I probably already said it. I know I repeat myself a lot. But by the end, by the end of this coming weekend, I should have my car. But then the next thing is learning how to drive around here. Not really how to drive around here, but knowing where everything is. You know, I need to go out exploring and finding out where things are. Because, you know, you're always in like a small town within a bunch of other towns that are connected. And so, as long as I can find the roads and know which way to go, and hopefully I'll be able to use my GPS. I need to set that up. I love my little car, but I still got so much to learn about it. But I'm excited to have my own car. So if I want to get out and go visit somebody, depending on, you know, my granddaughters are here and my grandson is here. And then there's shopping, walking. You know, I need to walk so I could do window shopping, or I know a lot of people do go to big warehouse type places and just walk around it on the inside, you know, but go shopping in a mall, walk up and down the outside, the hallway in the mall. I don't know how many malls there are these days. That is feeling heavy. I love Tiger's Eye, but I don't know if you can see it. There's stones. I'm pretty sure there's stones where they've had a hole drilled through them. But it could be not, but they're heavy. These things are heavy, so I'm pretty thinking they are. I bought one with blue stones. Beautiful. Beautiful. but it was too tight. They sent me a small, because they're supposed to be one size, but it was a small one. Anyway, I gave it to Sienna, Nancy's daughter, when I left, because she likes bangles and bracelets and stuff. She'll have a bunch of them on. My daughter used to have a bunch of them on when she was when she was about 14, 15, 8th grade. Okay, I'm gonna close this up. I need something to soothe my throat. I really do need to go get some NyQuil or some cough syrup. But that's what I was saying about the car. You know, even if I just want to go somewhere and interact with people somewhere, you know, like in a store. I've met some interesting people just shopping. I have to be careful, I guess. But I am wanting to share my knowledge. That seminar that I might give on making medicine, notice the word might was in there, probably won't happen until summertime. So I'm not going to go buy all that equipment, and I'm not going to drive there until summertime. Because it's halfway across the United States. It's basically the same amount from where my car was to get to Downs or Colorado, where my property is. But I did think about fixing up. I have a little house in Downs, Kansas. It's a place of less than 1,000 people, and it's definitely a lot quieter than being in the city. You don't have all that traffic. You don't have a lot of things. You don't have really great, like fast food. Unless it's gotten better. People have to work. They have to do it, and then they have to have customers to make it warrant the time to do it. The time and the money and all that effort. If you don't have customers, then what's it for? You spend all that money, and it's for naught. So, it is a nice little town. And it's definitely nice when you want to get away from the city. If you want to get away from all that traffic and bridges at some places and just all kinds of different things, and then you've got a lot more crime, because the odds are you've got a lot of people. So there's a lot of room for, like when I was young in high school and stuff, for some reason, they like to go around stealing stereos out of cars. Not me. I didn't do that, and I gotta stop that. Need a t-shirt on, I guess. This is like a t-shirt, but I have blossoms, so I've gotten a little plump around the middle and around my face, and I don't like it. But I need to sit down and do like a regimen of what I want my body to have during the day, okay? And I do have some problems. I don't know about other people, about how often they get hungry and if they get sick when they get hungry and they don't have an appetite, but yet they still need to eat. Sickness, for me, I get sickness from being hungry. I think they are real. But see, I bought them from that place called Temu. And I guess a lot of the stuff comes from China. So I really don't know. I just know that I would like to have a real tiger's eye. If these aren't. I think they are. I think they're supposed to be like protection. I'm not sure. They have different meanings for different stones. Like the rose quartz, I guess, is love. I think it is. Something to think about. I wonder why. Power stones protect me. Well, there you go. Something artificial protecting you, right? I don't understand. Anyway, well, I saw those people. I saw something written. I don't know where it was, but there were threats. They were still talking about old ladies uh, wanting money or wanting donations or wanting something. I mean, they got everything all twisted around. Totally. I don't understand these people. Why? Why would you spend your time being a menace? And here's a word that I saw that they used. Let's see, how did they put it? Old lady grannies or something like that. Old grannies or old ladies or something. Anyway, it's not really worth repeating. I shouldn't have brought it up. But it is a bothersome thing. It's so hard to live in this world. And people don't help. I mean, sometimes they just are intentionally trying to cause trouble. Why? You have nothing better to do with your life? Because you do. You have a lot of things you need to do. I have a lot of things I need to do. Like get rid of this bulge. Look at that. That's terrible. And what it is I've got spandex. I've got spandex leggings on too, so it comes to the waist and then it pushes everything up. But I do need to go down and walk and walk and walk. It's windy out there, but the sun is shining. So I've gotta get out and start walking around here. And then I was told a couple streets over there is an historical society. And so I need to find out some stuff about that. Because I have a house that's over 100 years old. It's just a little thing. But you know, these houses over here that are part of a historic society are, they're pink. And they're 2 or 3 stories high. And there's several of them put together. Really? I guess I'll have to read that later. Love will tear us apart. Not cool. It is so. I mean, you know, a lot of times it is true. Love does tear people apart. And yes, I am very possessive. What am I going to do? I'm very possessive, so if I ever did have my person, I wouldn't want everybody else to have him. You know what I mean? Or to have part of him or any part of him. Good luck with that one. Nevertheless, I do need to go find something to eat. I might just go make a smoothie first. Because I do need to, like I was starting to say, I need to make a little regimen of things that I want to accomplish with my body. Okay? Put myself on a schedule. I need to exercise. I need to lift some weights a little bit. I need to work on my body. Not that I'm going to get muscular or anything like that, but I got a lot of flab, which comes with being old. It also comes with not taking precautions to do all that exercising and stuff. You can't sit around on your butt. And sometimes that's the only choice you got, you know, on your job. Like the job I had, I sat on a bar stool 8 hours a day working with tubing. But that also cut my circulation off on my legs, was the reason that I got blood clots. I was 8 months pregnant, still up there on that bar stool, doing tubing and stuff all day. So the bar stool cut off my circulation, and then my belly, it got big. It would sit on my legs. So it was cutting off my circulation. It wasn't good. A week before I had my daughter, I got put in the hospital because of blood clots, okay? And they put me in the hospital. They put me on blood thinners. I was supposed to not get out of that bed, but that didn't work out for me too good. I just didn't realize how important it was, I guess, because I could have died. They didn't want me out of that bed. They didn't want they took and they put special things on my legs, and I can't remember now what it really was. It was like some type of I don't know if it was heat. It might have been heat. You know, they had me on blood thinners, and they had something they wrapped my legs with. So I couldn't get out of the bed to go potty unless I took those things off. It was not a comfortable time. And so then what happens? I'm there a week, and I go into labor. The day they're going to let me go, I go into labor. Well, by this time, I am so weak from laying in that bed. And also, my heart and my head was broken too, because I was going through a divorce. Having a baby and going through a divorce. Not a happy situation at all. And I told my mom not to come, and I wish I'd have told her to come. You know, I just was not wanting everybody to know what was going on. So, I don't know the right answer. That it wasn't what I did. I'm sure. Oh, so many things. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Is that how it goes, or does it go shoulda, coulda, woulda? Anyway, if you do everything right, you know what? I gotta look at that. I gotta find out what they're talking about. I think I'm gonna be mad. Guess I'll say goodbye, people. It's the transit people, I think. Somebody. I've already done my deal, okay? Now they're coming back with something. So we'll just see what that's all about. You guys have a good one. Take care.